Jab. So, the healing journey. I feel like the last two examples that I gave with love, those were the two that like really like a left and then a right jab, right? I feel like they weren't just jabs, they were more lessons, right? Or tests. They were more tests, right? Tests to apply the lesson that I have to be more intentional on my healing, on my growth, on my journey. No matter what glimmers I get along the way, that's like, ooh, this is shiny. Don't stop there. You gotta keep going. I feel like in the two examples, a fight was brought to me and I hate fighting. I mean, I don't like to fight on any level. But I'm realizing I'm feeling like it's a fight because it's more of a fight within myself, right? A fight to right that wrong that I talked about earlier in part one. The fight to correct that perception of myself. The fight to be okay with being the woman that I am. It feels like a fight with the masculine energy in me and the feminine energy in me. I am trying to naturally order myself. All of the implications of life, of my life, up to this point, has hardened me to the point where now, when I am trying to be a woman, I am emulating and not just being, right? I am doing what I think I should be doing and not what I feel is best for me. And I gotta ask myself why that is. And 9 times out of 10, that's because I'm trying to heal in the same places in which I got hurt, right? And I'm also trying to take other people's prescriptions to my problems. Ultimately, I'm trying to run away from my shit to solve everybody else's shit. Maybe that's where they got it from. Maybe that's where they got that idea of she's this because of that. I'm seeing it now. It's not. Honestly, it might not even be that I'm losing love the way that I feel like I am. Maybe I'm going back and looking at some of the answers I put on this test, and I'm like, oh no, that's not right. I'm close. But it feels like it's that. It feels like it's more than that. And you may ask, Regina, do you know the test? For me, now, again, I'm just sharing my story for you to be able to sit down and, one, notice the themes of your life, because they there. If you're paying attention, the themes of your life are calling out to you. You gotta get to them. You gotta pay attention to them. B, I'm hoping that you hear that I found some grace for myself in this process. I think a lot of the times when people go through things with other people, they focus so much on the other person, but not focusing on the impacts and the control that they have in that immediate situation. Lastly, though, I hope you see that you aren't alone in whatever it is. I make this mistake repeatedly. I think putting it on film will hold my feet to the fire to never do it again, or at least not publicly. But I gotta hold myself accountable to my own shit. I gotta go to my doctor to get my prescription for my body aches, for my growing pains, because that's all it is. Every time you hurt, and it was not a malicious intent, baby, that's a growing pain you feel. You don't wrap those up. You don't bandage those down. You don't hide from those growing pains. Because if you do, they become latent defects in the character that you. And what the hell are you going to do then? Keep running around this holy piece of Swiss cheese calling yourself a whole human being, just stinking up and smutting up everybody. I mean, and Swiss cheese works for some people. I gotta be in the mood for it. But I damn sure haven't had it in a very long time. And I honestly don't see myself looking for it anytime soon. It is okay for the people, especially the men in my life, to see me as a warrior. Right? I am. To see me as strong. I am. To see me as brilliant. I am. To see me as a reflection of himself. I am. But I also need them to see that first, I'm a woman. So I'm softer. I am stronger and a different. I am demure and nurturing. I am who I determine myself to be. And all of that is okay. So I feel like those last two bouts were just triggers to trigger me to, fire off in the right direction. Prayerfully, I am seeking a resolution internally in self. A resolution of the insecurities that led me, to make missteps in both scenarios. A resolution to the overall circumstances of both scenarios, but I'm not too wedded on that. Because you can't stop moving because you're wanting to know how you got there. If you don't know how you got there, nothing said is going to explain it to you. It's going to be hard. But it's definitely necessary for me to order my steps, for me to correct the perceptions of me. And the only way I can do any of the above to love properly is to heal those new cracks in the foundation that I found, or rediscovered, or been ignored for so long that oh, don't step on that side. Just ignore. No more ignoring it, I guess. Alright, that's it. So you might be sitting here like, so what is part 4? I mean, come back for part 4. Let's see how I end off this journey. I think it's beautiful. So, as always, guys, I leave you with a lot of light, because I'm hoping at this point you're starting to see more of the light that I'm seeing at the end of this tunnel. I leave you with a lot of light, because the life that we live, is so abundant with everything, with all of the things. And most importantly, but lastly, I leave you with a lot of love. Because the love that you guys have given to me has helped me see love in a lot of different transformative ways.